Good morning, everyone. Today's lecture is on cultivation of fenugreek. The scientific name of fenugreek is Trigonella finogracem and it belongs to family Fabaceae. Fenugreek seeds are used as condiments and for flavoring food preparations. They are aromatic, carminative, tonic, and galactogalic. Externally, they are used in poultices for boils, abscesses, ulcers, and internally as emollient for inflammation of intestinal tract. The seeds contain important steroids called dioxygenin, which is used in preparation of contraceptives. It is mainly cultivated in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and Punjab. More than 80% area and production of the country is contributed by Rajasthan alone. Climate and soil for fenugreek. Fenugreek requires moderately cool climate for proper growth and high yield. It can tolerate frost, cloudy weather, high humidity, and particularly during active grain filling period increases the incidence of aphids and powdery mildew, which adversely affect the yield as well as quality. The crop is most vulnerable to frost damage at the flowering and early grain formation stages. The damage due to frost can be minimized by adopting the measures similar to those recommended for fennel. Fertile and well-drained loamy or sandy loam soils are best suited for its cultivation. However, it can be grown in all types of soils which are rich in organic matter contained with good drainage. It can also tolerate salinity compared to other leguminous crops. Varieties of fenugreek RMT1. Its plants are semi-erect, tall and moderately branched with bold, typically yellow grains. It is moderately resistant to root rot and tolerant to powdery mildew. It matures in 140 to 150 days with an average yield of 14.7 quintals per hectare. RMT 143 grains are bold with typical yellow color. It is moderately resistant to powdery mildew. It takes 140 to 150 days to mature with an average yield of 16 quintals per hectare. It is typically recommended for heavier soils of Chittor, Bhilwara, Jhalawad, and Jodhpur areas of Rajasthan. CO1. Its plants are short and green with medium size, brownish orange seeds. It is tolerant to root rot. It matures in 95 days with an average yield of 6.80 quintals per hectare. Rajendra Singh. Its plants are tall and bushy, green with medium size, golden yellow seeds. It is moderately resistant to powdery mildew, caterpillar, and aphids. It matures in 120 days with an average yield of 12.50 quintals per hectare. Lamb selection 1. Its plants are bushy, green with medium size, golden yellow seeds. It is tolerant to root rot, powdery mildew, caterpillars, and aphids. It matures in 90 days with an average yield of 7.40 quintals per hectare. HM103. Its plants are bushy, semi-erect with bold, yellow, attractive seeds. It is moderately resistant to leaf spot diseases. It matures in 140 to 150 days with an average yield of 12.1 quintals per hectare. Hisar Sonali. Its plants are bushy, semi-erect with bold, yellow attractive grains. It is moderately resistant to leaf spot and root rot complex diseases. It matures in 140 to 150 days with an average yield of 19 quintals per hectare. Cultivation aspect. First one is sowing. Last week of October to first week of November is ideal sowing time for fenugreek in northern India. In southern part, it is grown in both Rabi as well as during Rabi seasons. In Kharif, its yield is lesser than Rabi crop. Sowing should be done from second fortnight of June to July in Kharif, and in Rabi seasons, first fortnight of October is the best sowing time. A seed rate of 25 kg per hectare is sufficient both in the northern as well as in southern part of India. Seeds should be treated with rhizobium culture before sowing, as it is a leguminous crops and it fixes the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. The sowing should be done 30 cm apart in rows with a plant to plant spacing of 10 cm. The depth of seed sowing should not exceed 5 cm. Manuring and fertilization. Add farm yard manure or compost at the rate of 10 to 15 tons per hectare at the time of field preparation. A dose of 40 kg nitrogen and 40 kg P2O5 per hectare should be drilled in the soil at the time of sowing. If soil fertility is high, the dose of nitrogen may be reduced. Weed control. Two hoeings and weedings are enough to keep the crop well aerated and weed free. First, hoeing and weeding should be done at the time of thinning, that is 25 to 30 days after sowing and 50 to 60 days after sowing. Pre-plant applications of flucloraline at the rate of 0.75 kg per hectare supplemented with hand weeding 50 days after sowing keep it weed free. Irrigations. About 5 to 7 irrigations are required. The crop should be irrigated at IWCPE ratio of 1. Irrigation should be applied 30, 70 to 75, 85 to 90 and 105 to 110 days after sowing. Special care should be taken to avoid water diseases and pod and seed development stages. So you should take extra care for this stage. Otherwise you will lose your yield. Harvesting and post-harvest management. Harvesting should be done when the lower leaves start shedding and pods become yellowish. Harvesting should be done by cutting the plants with sharp sickles. Delay in harvesting leads to shattering of seeds. So you should take here also extra care to know the right stage of harvesting so that you may not be lose your crop. The harvested plants are tied in bundles and allowed to dry for 4 to 6 days. Threshing should be done on clean cemented floor or tarpaulin. The grains are separated by beating followed by winnowing or threshing using a mechanical thresher. Its average yield is 10 to 11 quintals per hectare. However, 15 to 20 quintals per hectare can be obtained under proper management. After removing dust and light straw, dried and clean grains are filled in bags and stored in damp-free aerated stores. On commercial scale, grains are cleaned with the help of vacuum gravity separator or spiral gravity separator to get good prices and easy marketing. The produce should be graded and stored properly. Thank you for patience hearing.